Good morning. So today is June 15th and it's rollover for equities. And so we have a rollover gap, but we also have a gap because of the Iran deal. So it's a way bigger gap than that it would normally be. So the rollover gap is about 64 points, but we're also gapping up from Friday's close. This chart is back adjusted, meaning that all these references are up by the distance of the rollover gap. So this close is up 64 points. So if you see a chart that is not back adjusted, this close will be 64 points down. So I'm choosing to use that. There's no right way to do it. Some people don't back adjust. I do. I want to see how we react against the references from the, like, in relationship to the same previous day's high, etc. So it's easier to see in a chart like this. This is the overnight session. We have a P-shaped profile with a bullish imbalance, and the target is pointing to 76.38, which is the top of the single prints. So it's looking like we want to go back in here. If we're in here, we're already in this previous area where we accepted, and the 20-day point of control is here at 76.58. So if we're able to fill this single print, we're going to be inside value for this session, and we are likely to see a move through this distribution and repair this poor high and retest the high from May. Is this the high for May, or do I have it wrong? Seems like this is wrong. But anyway, the all-time highs are right here. So in any case, there should be a little bit of resistance here at this 20-day point of control. But that's where it looks like we're pointing towards. Now, there's a gap fill, and inventory is 100% long. So usually when you have that, you do see some kind of correction into to see if we can fill the gap. The RTH gap is at 75.24 and a quarter, and then from there, if we get there, then we should see a move, an attempt to get back inside value, which initially could see a bounce. But anyway, when we have gaps this big, what I do is that I mark from the open to the close and mark the 50%, because gaps this big are kind of hard to fill right away. So if anything, I'm looking for half of that initial gap, and then see from there. If we see a bounce, then that would be a place to look for longs. Otherwise, if we get below that 50%, look for the gap fill into the RTH high. Also, like I was saying last week, the two big magnets are the 20-day point of control and the 90-day point of control. So if we for some reason start trading inside the range from Friday, then I'll be looking for that 7,500 area to be retested, and then the 90-day point of control here at 76-ish. Let me double check here. We have some news at 9:15, industrial production month over month, that are coming up, and then we have some stuff at 10 a.m. Then some bill auctions and Trump meeting with French president, Trump G7 meeting. I don't know if he's gonna speak there, but he always speaks when there's press. So algos like to react to him talking. Okay. And Q, similar similar thing with the rollover gap plus that gap, so same structure. This bullish imbalance is also pointing up to this area. The 20-day point of control was already tagged on NQ, but we're back above inside this distribution, so all-time highs are not too far from here. Gold, remember I kept talking about this 4360 overnight. We got there. We're holding, also have a P-shaped profile, which if we get above this whole area, that we have this big low volume area and all these moving averages here. So if we test here, we could expect some sellers to show up, but if we get above all these moving averages, 44.90 is the target. That's the 20-day point of control. And crude is getting sold because now we have a deal, until somebody says no, we don't have a deal anymore, and then we'll be back to the 90s. But if the deal stands, then we could see oil keep dropping back into the 70s, maybe 74 area where the 200 is. There's really no much volume in this area other than down here in the 53 area. So in the case that it gets below that, that's gonna be the big magnet there. Okay, that's about it for today. Remember, it's still rollovers this whole week, all the way till Friday. So between that and between the headline news, we still have some high volatility, so pay attention to that. Even though now volatility came down a lot, it's still in the 16 area. And that's about it. Good luck.